especially if you're going to be up for a while. It's good. All right, I was going
Oh
to
yeah,
write mine.
it's only 3 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah, so you got all day. You're good. All right, where? I'm trying to put it in the notes. Okay, there I am. Tetris. I've actually got something imported. I usually don't do imported. Oh, is it going to be a sour? Oh, yeah, it's a sour. Okay. This is one of those ones I bought a year ago. Purchased 616. So, and it's a sour, so we're going to see how it holds up.
Finishing my last post
Oh.
here on Google Plus. I'm ranting about unrestrained dogs in backs of trucks.
That is bad. People should
Very
not do
bad.
that. That is a wrong thing to do.
Yeah, and anybody in a hot area leaving a dog in a freaking car, walking away from it, you know what? I hope somebody smashes their window out.
I hope so too, and saves the dog, and I hope they don't get the dog back.
And here in Oregon, people can do that now. People can rescue dogs, and they don't go to jail for it.
That's good. I'm glad. I don't know if it's that same way here. Probably not, because Florida is so much about, it's your property, and of course they would consider a dog a property. I don't know. I don't know if we're cool like that.
Oh, pets are part of the family.
Exactly. I love my animals. If anything happened to my animals, I would be beside myself. I'm always worried something's gonna happen. I turned I turned the sound down on the playing video, on our playing video, all the way, but I still hear it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I muted it. All right. And this is our pre-show. We're live, but it's not our show yet. It's that in between.
We're in the pre-show of our politics show.
And we're pre-gaming.
We're pre-gaming. Yes, pre-gaming. Take a pre-game swig, lawnmower lager.
Right. Because I've still got
my hefty stuff.
I've still got my pills from a few minutes ago.
Warm lager.
I know. It's not as good when it's warm. I actually should have kept it in the bottle. This is one of those things that I like to drink from the bottle.
Oh, yeah?
I like them cold. I like them really cold. Pale beers like this. I should have just kept it in the bottle. What was I thinking? I guess I can always put it in
cool glass.
Yeah. And I was thinking that I need to be able to show people the beer, so I poured it all in the bottle. I mean, in the glass.
Okay, so.
Trying to open up these sites, but I don't want any of them to play videos.
Yeah, I know.
So I won't go to sites that play videos automatically. I'm done with it. I remember which ones they are, and I don't go. Pisses me off.
Okay. Are we ready then?
I am ready.
You ready, producer? Mm-hmm. Love our producer.
Producer is great. Kireltis.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Very Good Entertainment. This is number 30. This is our Politics and Controversy show. I'm Sorcerer Zero, and I'm here with my really awesome friend, Lola Laracy.
Hi, Lola. You. Hello.
How are you after that pills? Did that pills really hit you?
Yeah, I was just saying I should have kept it in the bottle, because with light beers like this, I like the feeling of them being really cold and hitting my tongue very cold. So I should have kept it in the bottle, because now it's warm and it's kind of going a little flat. It's
yeah,
not quite the same.
I drink my lawnmower lager usually directly from the can. So.
And I usually do too.
Yeah.
That's usually how I drink any kind of hoppy beer.
So you're still working on your Pilsner?
I am, but I got another beer here, so I can change it up.
If you want to change it up, go ahead and show us what you got. Or you can do it later. It's up to you.
Let me go ahead and do it now. Hold on a
Okay.
second. I've got so many windows open that I'm trying to find the call so I can see you. There
Oh,
you are. I was looking at the websites and stuff, and I'm like, hold on, I can't see your face. I hear you, but I can't see your face.
yeah, this episode usually gets pretty complicated, so I understand the tons of windows being open.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to open up all the websites that we're going to talk about, so and hopefully no videos will play. All right, well, I'm going to open up. The funny thing is I didn't think about it this way, but this is actually an imported beer. So I guess I'm kind of showing my solidarity with Europe right now after our president slammed aside the prime minister from Montenegro. Now this beer is not from Montenegro. It's a product of Belgium, and it's Petrus
Ooh.
Oud Bruin. I don't know what
Ooh.
Oud
Ooh,
Bruin.
Brune.
And I put the website in our notes on Twitch. It says this is a sour beer. So it's 67% young brown beer and 33% what I'm guessing is old brown beer. So it's a mixture. And that's one of the things with this series, because I got a pack, and this was purchased in June of 2016, so this has been waiting for a long time, and I got a pack of them, like a variety pack with different kinds, and they show you different recipes to mix the beers. So not
Oh,
only
yeah.
so not only is this already a mixed beer, but they show you different ways to mix it with the other beers. And it's, huh?
Isn't Petrus, like, don't they just do only, like, sour beers?
I think so, which makes sense because when you're dealing with sour beers, if it gets into any of the other beers, you're going to have all sour beers.
Yeah.
So it would make sense that they would deal with only sour beers. It's a lot easier that way. And let's see, it's sour scale 3 out of 5, and it's aged in oak fetters. Don't know what that is, but it says it's aged in it. And it's 5.5% ABV, which is, yes, okay. I'm not going to be in any danger or anything from that. It's a Braubander.
Oh, I saw our cider, our Two Town cider place here has Feder barrels.
Oh, okay.
Feeder. I don't know how to say it. I think it's pronounced Feder barrels.
Okay.
Foeder barrels.
Yeah.
And they're really tall and oval.
Ooh,
They're
okay.
like 6 to 8 feet high,
Wow.
and they're oval. They're
Uh-huh.
really impressive.
That sounds cool. It sounds like big alien type things, like
Yeah.
something Groot would come out of.
Yeah, I know. It does look like something Groot would come out of.
Like, I am Groot, and I've been in this damn thing for 5 years. I'm ready to party. Where are we? So let me open this up. Petrus. I always think of Tetris when I say Petrus. It's kind of spelled the same. Okay, and I got a fancy little sifter, whatever you call them, type thingy here, type beer. Let's see. Sort of a light brown color, which is a sour, so I expect it would be a little lighter. Very effervescent.
My tongue is already tingling in anticipation.
I know. I hope it's not too sour. I'm not in the mood for like Jolly Rancher sour. I would like for it to still have a bit of a malt taste to it. All right, nice little head, about half an inch of head, pretty decent. Smells like sour. Smells exactly like sour beer, what I would expect. I've just got head right now, but it's a sour head. See if I can cut through this head any. It's got a lot of head. I guess that's from the bacteria thingy.
Probably.
I like this. It's sour, but it's still got a backbone. It doesn't taste like candy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's got like the solid backbone to it, but then just the light kind of tanginess to it. You still feel like you're drinking beer. It's not like, what is this, a wine cooler? Not that taste.
Yeah.
It's like It's like beer, but with a little twang.
Oh, good. That's good.
This is
Now,
very
are you?
good.
Now I know most of their stuff is like Belgians. I'm wondering, is there any like banana or clove in there at all? No?
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I don't have the most refined palate. But I mean, really, I just get malt and the tanginess.
Well, it looks like they describe it as like a typical Flemish red.
Hmm. I would say so. Kind of has a
Nice.
bit of a red ale taste because of the tanginess. Um, yeah, definitely more red ale than brown ale. Definitely doesn't taste like what you would think a brown ale would taste like. Now, keep in mind this has been aging for a year, so it's possible I lost whatever delicate flavors they're talking about. So if there used to be whatever,
Yeah, but I mean, it might have mellowed out to your
yeah,
taste by
which
now.
is good. Yeah, that's another good reason for me doing this because, like I said, I didn't want a total sharp taste. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want
Yeah.
to be like, ooh, So this
I
is
still,
mellow.
I still feel like I'm starting to drool and my mouth water whenever I have sours. Like
Mm-hmm.
my mouth starts watering the second I pick up and prepare to pour.
Right.
And like I feel like I'm almost drooling all over myself
I
because of it.
know. I know. It's so good. Oh my goodness. It is. It's
Well,
really
I
nice.
had a decision. I had a decision to make. Those people who have looked at the show notes. I
Hmm.
was going to decide between Terrapin and between Oh My Gang.
Okay.
I was going to decide between Rarevos and Wake and
Hmm.
Bake. And
Hmm.
the Rarevos actually, it's recommended to actually drink it at a warmer temperature, and these have been in the
Okay.
fridge. So
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Wake and Bake.
Awesome choice. So good. Oh my
And
goodness. You
this is a coffee oatmeal imperial
so
stout.
good. Is this the first time you've had it?
Yes.
Oh my God. It floored me. I was quite impressed with it. I was like, yes. I
So
was like, Terrapin,
let's
I love you. I love you,
see.
Terrapin. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Uh, they know how to fill their cans. The can is
Yeah.
perfectly filled. I'm impressed by a good can fill.
And they're generous. They are not stingy. That's the Georgia spirit. As a girl
Yeah.
from Georgia, I can say that.
There's coffee.
Yeah,
Even just a little, let's see.
that is a nice looking beer. Very dark.
Super dark.
Mhm.
Was super, oh, it's cascading.
Yeah,
That is
it is.
cascading.
It
Wow.
is. It's like coming down and kind of blending and like a waterfall.
I think I may have poured it a little too hard. I have
Mm.
huge head. Oh, lots of coffee.
Mhm.
And this is a stout. And where
Mhm.
did I put the page? The page is right here. This is 9.4% from
Which is
Terrapin.
the wake part.
That's the wake. So
Mhm.
wakey, and I need
Uh,
something. I need something to keep me awake for the rest of the day.
yeah. I guess that's a bake, really. The caffeine is the wake, and then the alcohol is the bake.
Mmm. Wow, that is super smooth.
Mhm.
The roastiness of the coffee is really heightened by the hops, which is
Yeah.
different than other ones like the coffee like comes before or after the hops.
Mhm.
The coffee in this comes right with like it's all there
Oh,
all
delivery
together,
system, all in one
all
package.
coffee hops here. We're just gonna stuff your face with it. Mm,
They don't skimp. They're like, here, have it all.
like I'm taking much bigger mouthfuls than I really should
Yes.
because it's super tasty and it's super smooth like the oatmeal. The
Yes.
oatmeal part of it is like so smooth. I just want to like keep swallowing. Wow, that's a dangerous beer.
It is. You just want to keep going.
You do. You just want this would be great with oatmeal cookies.
Oh, it would be.
Ridiculously wonderful with
Yes.
fresh oatmeal cookies right out of the oven.
Oh, that would be so good. And that would be perfect for morning when you're waking and baking.
Yes, exactly. Like like if you have like just like a batch of oatmeal cookies already made and you just put it in the toaster oven for a few minutes and then take out a hot oatmeal cookie and you have it with your, you have it with your beer. Wow. Okay, this is my new favorite breakfast beer.
Yeah. And I'm also going to mention, would it surprise you if I told you that it's brewed in the same town as one of the most popular colleges in the Southeast?
Oh, really?
University of Georgia, Athens,
Oh,
Georgia. It's the same town,
wow.
home of REM. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I can see all these college kids like 8 o'clock in the morning, like oatmeal cookies, wake and
Yes.
bake. I want it now. Come on, let's go. I can totally see it.
You bought a six-pack. Why'd you buy a six-pack? We've got that lecture today, and it's going to be horrible.
So we're gonna have oatmeal cookies.
We're just going to have a couple of these each, and we'll all be fabulous by the time that lecture comes around.
Exactly. I mean, we're all sitting on the back row, and we're just
Yeah.
gonna make fun of the teacher.
Well, speaking of making fun of, um,
Authority figures, wannabe authority figures.
you know what I need? You know what I need with all of this news that we've got going on? I need you remember remember the speak and says?
Yeah.
You pull the string, the cow says, okay,
Yeah.
I need one for me.
Yeah.
I need a Linda says speak and say because of all the responses I have to all this crap.
It would just be eye roll. Can you make a speak and say with just eye rolls, like
With just
Anderson
eye
Cooper?
rolls.
What's the sound of an eye rolling? It's like a whoosh. That's the sound of an eye rolling. Whoosh.
I don't know. Sometimes when I read these, it's like my eyes are grinding against my skull. It's
I know. It's like, oh, my eyes just go
my
up.
eye rolls so many times.
I know. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Seriously, how do you push aside a major leader in order to get to the front of a NATO photo op? I mean, if I had been the guy from Montenegro, I would have been so pissed. I would have been so pissed because I saw the video. The video is on our show notes.
Yes.
And NBC and Chicago CBS, everybody reported on this.
Right.
Trump, like, he's walking and, like, he literally takes his hand and just shoves the guy, pushes, like a kindergartner who doesn't know any better.
And the look on his face when he gets to the front, he's like, I'm here, I'm supposed to be first, I'm number one, I'm the best person ever. It's almost like he's doing the impression of Alec Baldwin. He's doing the impression of Alec Baldwin's Donald Trump. Because it's like, I'm here, we can start the photo op, I'm supposed to be number one, I'm here.
Just oh my God, that's a scary good.
Thank you.
That's scary good.
I'm here. Everyone can start now. I'm here. I'm number
I get what you're saying about he is the one who's actually, he's the one mimicking Alec Baldwin, and Alec Baldwin's the real one, because we don't really have a real, like, president right now. We just have a joke.
We have a caricature. That's all we have.
Yes.
We have a buffoon. Man. I have one good thing to say. I'm glad we live in a country where we can say that without fear of being trodden out into the street and shot. So I guess we still have that for now.
Yes, let's pull the string on the speak and say.
I roll.
Linda says, bastard.
Lola says, oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Mine would just be fuck me. It's so embarrassing. Isn't it embarrassing?
It is. It is embarrassing to have somebody, who has no style or manners
No.
in that position.
Representing us. The
Now,
face.
granted, the official didn't do anything back. He was professional about it.
Good.
But man, I
Well,
would have been tempted to turn around and like snatch him back by his ear. Where did you learn your manners, little man? Get to the back of the line.
and see, the security people, I mean, generally, if you assault a head of state, your ass is going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone else had done that, they would have been taken out,
Yes,
interrogated, and put in jail.
exactly. That's a good point right there. If it had been somebody off the street,
Right.
they're gone.
Right. They
Why
would
are
be
we
in jail.
why are we treating this as anything else?
Yeah. I mean, it's thuggish behavior. That's all I know to say. And
Yeah,
he's protected.
he has no collar or leash anymore. There is no collar or
Well,
leash on this man.
it's like
They've
on Saturday Night, huh?
they've tried and they've failed.
Like on Saturday Night Live a few weeks ago, they had Michael Che was playing Lester Holt against Alec Baldwin's Donald Trump, and Lester Holt was asking, I think, about Russian or whatever, and Donald Trump said, "Yes, I talked to them about blah blah blah," and I mean he just basically confessed, and
Yes.
Michael Che's Lester Holt went, "What? What? You're confessing?" And then he looks around like at the producers. He's like, "I got him. Is it over? Is he going to jail?" And then like he listens to his earpiece. He said, "Oh, nothing matters anymore. It doesn't matter. Okay, it
And
doesn't matter."
it's freaking true. I mean, I know. There's an article on here about Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about that?
Let me get to it. Yeah, I have a feeling that Kushner's going to go down before the president does. It's almost like a chessboard where Trump is the stylized king, and everyone around him is going down like pawns, and yet he's still allowed to remain standing, and I don't know why. And I don't know what it's going to take to also bring him down. But according to the articles I've read, and this particular one is from businessinsider.com. So before anyone says, I'm going to leftist leaning websites or something, it's businessinsider.com. He reportedly tried to set up a secret Trump Russia back channel. So what that means is not only were they planning to collude with the Russians, but they were going to do it in secret through their own networks. So basically this asks the question, who is Trump working for? It doesn't sound like he's working for us. It sounds like he's working for the Russians. And you put that along with what's his name, the guy Michael, whatever his name is, the guy who got fired, his ties with Turkey, Flynn. It sounds like he was working for Turkey. So you have an administration with players who are all financially beholden to other countries.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, we don't have a president. We have someone who is working for other people.
Exactly. I know. I see Kushner is under FBI investigation because he didn't even disclose the meeting on his security form.
Yeah, well, I guess they wouldn't because he knows it's wrong.
I mean, so it wasn't a big secret that he was talking with Kislyak. Is that how you say that, Kislyak?
I have no idea.
In December. I mean, that was kind of here and there, but he never put it on the form, so it seemed like he was like kind of keeping it, to himself.
Both you and I have had to sign forms where they tell us, if you have any dealings with Russia, with foreign entities, you must disclose it. So, yeah, this would count. I mean, he should have disclosed this. This is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, Well, I mean, I don't even understand how he has a position anywhere in the Trump administration. But then again, look at what Trump brought to the newest meeting. It's like his whole family, and his whole family is, you know, they're all attached to like shell corporations and everything.
I know. Well,
So
yeah.
it's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating because you know what, you, the listener, I literally have nothing to give you on what to do about this
Right.
because our representatives all know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know my representative knows about it. Peter DeFazio has been screaming his head off for months.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There's literally, it's so frustrating because I don't have any suggestions.
At this point, I think it's up to the Republicans in the Senate and in Congress because they're standing by him. They're very stand by your man, just like Tammy Wynette said, stand by your man no matter what. And so they're standing by their man while the world is falling down. So I think it's going to be up to them to finally say, you know what, we made a mistake. We're just going to sit this one out, and Trump needs to go down. I mean, would it really be a horrible thing for them? Because I know they love Mike Pence. I personally don't like him. I don't like what he's done, but he should be their golden boy. So they should they should be like, hey, let's keep Trump out and put Pence in.
But here's the problem: isn't Pence being investigated too?
I don't know. Maybe. So I don't know.
That would be something to look into. I did just a quick. Well, it doesn't look like it. Well, just a general Google search on is Pence being investigated turns up on May 19th. CNBC says that Pence should be investigated too. If we do remove Trump, I think we should take a very hard look at who Pence is affiliated with in all sections of his life. Because allowing this Trump thing to go this far was such a horrible idea.
It was, and they should have known better. I don't know what the Republican Party could have done. I feel like if they really wanted to, they could have nipped this in the bud before the primary. They could have dug all this stuff up before the primary, gotten him out of the running, and then put someone they wanted in. I don't know. I don't know if they were just sitting on their laurels. I don't know what they were doing, but they should have played this much better.
Is it my imagination, or do you think the amount of hate crimes have risen dramatically since Trump waddled his fat little ass into the chair?
A lot of people are speculating that. My gut tells me yes, because all of a sudden it's okay. People think it's okay to be racist, but that would be one of the things where I would be hesitant to say it for sure without like seeing statistics, because that's a big accusation. That's a big suggestion to make, but it does seem like we're hearing about more.
I mean, Manchester, Times Square.
Well, but
I don't know if these I don't know if these are indicative of a growing problem.
I don't think the Manchester thing. I don't think that has to do with Trump, because we had problems with ISIS long before Trump came around. I think Trump is more of a reason for people to hate America, but I think that ISIS would still be planning these big attacks no matter who was president. And the Times Square thing, it seems like that was one very sick person. I don't think the Times Square thing was, so much of a terrorist type thing. I think it was one sick person who wanted to kill people.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. That's a pretty accurate observation.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think if anything, if there is an effect from the Trump administration on hate crimes, I would imagine it would be local, domestic type things. Like, people, all the things that happened with the Jewish synagogues recently in the past year. Although I think they found that a lot of that was done by one person, but all the synagogues that have been targeted, some here in Jacksonville. So I think we're probably seeing a lot more incidents like that because people are feeling that, hey, we're out of the closet. It's okay to be racist again.
In some ways, okay, I mean, I specialize sometimes in drawing these people out of the woodwork when I do my readings for LGBT support.
Yeah.
I'll do a reading of a children's book that is heavily supportive of the LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
And, there are lots of people that come out. But it it seems like there is more hate filled, not just I disagree with the lifestyle or anything like
Yeah.
that, but
Euphemisms.
until we started focusing on like Muslims, which happened even when Obama was
Yeah.
in the position. Um, when people started being afraid of Muslims, we had Muslim attacks here in Corvallis.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which never happened before. It was
Yeah.
completely unheard of. Religious
Yeah.
attacks here. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, you might have a drunk person, beat somebody else up and then, claim, you're whatever. But that was because they were drunk. It wasn't because
Right.
they were necessarily, inherently just hateful.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have people who are not necessarily wasted or drunk. They're literally going after, temples and things and areas, and even Jewish centers, even
Right.
some Christian places that have allowed um, other services in their
Mm-hmm.
buildings have
Yeah.
been attacked. And it makes me uncomfortable that we have a person in a position of power that people find it supportive of all that hate.
Well, they know that they're not going to be prosecuted maybe as strongly as they once were. It's not going to be headline news anymore, especially since all the headlines are filled with Trump doing
Yeah.
craptastic things. So I think that some people feel like there is a longer leash now and that they are able to come out of the white cloak closet.
Hmm.
Um, that's part of their whole "Make America Great Again." I'm not saying everybody believes that is a racist, but it's part of some people's ideology of what America should be. Should be
Mer-
all white and all, European, not even Christian.
and yeah,
America, all right.
America first.
Yep. Should be all Anglo-Saxon.
I'm wondering if by any chance putting Pence in might restrain those people or whether he's going to stoke the fire even more.
I don't think he would. This is just from just a gut instinct. Even though he's against Planned Parenthood, he's against so many things that I hold dear to me. He's not insane, I don't think, and I don't think he's going to stoke the flames of racism. I don't think he's going to be that person. I think he'll spend most of his time trying to shut down more Planned Parenthoods, and things like
Well,
that, which is horrible. Huh?
with the budget
Mm-hmm.
approved,
Yeah.
uh, we're pretty much out of luck.
Well, it has to go through Senate, I think, and they may rewrite it.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that it's gotten as far as it has is very concerning.
It
Um,
is.
I mean, it's not just Planned Parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
It's shoving $52 billion, according to Peter DeFazio, it's shoving an adillion $52 billion into the Pentagon. The Pentagon doesn't need billions more dollars. And to do that, they're slashing $143 billion from federal student loan programs. Now, come on, our students are already hard up enough as it is.
Yep.
Taken out. I looked and the computer science tuition 1 year, $15,000.
It's different than when I was in school. I mean, 20 years ago, you could, if you worked a full-time job at the same time, you could pay for college. I went to a state school and in Alabama, so it was cheaper than other schools, but you could. But now, no, it's gone up so much more. I can't even conceive of how much it is.
And unfortunately, I understand that even our military members are in serious dire straits. They're working full time. Military members work full time, and even those who have full time jobs are struggling to keep their families afloat. Their families go on welfare and food stamps, and they're slashing the food stamp budget.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Women and Children program is basically probably going to be cut, into just a tiny little slice.
Yeah.
That means a lot of kids that were getting not only free school lunches, but free immunizations. I mean, now you're not only rolling the dice on a child's education, you're rolling the dice on America's health in general.
Right. Because those people don't have immunizations, they get diseases. That means other children get diseases. Yeah, that's how things spread.
Exactly. We don't need another measles scare. We don't need rubella. We don't need all these things. Polio. Oh, please,
God,
please don't let the polio epidemic come back.
No.
Children dying in iron lungs was.
That's a horrible thought.
It is. A nightmare. A true nightmare.
And we could have another polio. It may not be polio, but it could be something else. And without the health care that people need, not to mention so many people aren't going to be able to afford health insurance, so they're going to be less likely to go to the doctor. They'll think, oh, well, I'll take care of it on my own. I'm guilty of that because I just don't want to go to the doctor. I have perfectly fine health insurance. I just hate going to the doctor. Yeah. So I've been guilty of saying, oh, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Either I'll die or I'll be fine. It's all cool. So,
Well, I mean, one of the problems that, that top 1% is forgetting is that, the bad health of all those little people below you can affect you. You don't live in a bubble.
Yeah.
Just because you are super rich and you live in your giant penthouse does not mean you live in a bubble. People swarm all over your building all day long that, are part of that tiny little lower class that you don't recognize. And they're bringing everything in there with them.
And not to mention your doorman, the people who clean the hallways, the people who fix the AC. I mean, that no 1%er is an island. They have to come.
Oh, but wait, there won't be anybody to clean the hallways.
Because of the immigrants.
That's because only Mexicans do that job.
Well, traditionally, a lot of immigrants do fill the lower-paying jobs like that, but they'll be gone.
And apparently they expect all the American workers to step up to that.
No. The people used to make $60 an hour at American car plants. Are they going to really want to go and clean Donald Trump's hallway? Is that what's going to happen?
Even if they're accepted for the position. I mean, I'm not sure how. There are so many automated jobs now. People are stopping. They're not looking for the work anymore. They're literally going, it's not worth it. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm not looking anymore.
Right. There is a percentage of the viable workforce who has stopped looking for work. And I don't know how they survive. I don't know if they're living with parents, living with, friends. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. But they've given up. They've given up looking, or underemployed. There are a lot of people who are underemployed. People who have master's degrees who are working retail.
Yeah.
I mean, just,
Oh,
yeah,
retail. I can't even think
I
of doing
know.
retail. Couldn't. I
I
can't.
ha-
I can't. I can't go face to face with customers searching for things anymore.
I've done it. The thought of going back. Sometimes I have nightmares where I'm back at retail. I don't know. I try so hard to be super nice to everyone in retail. I really do try very hard because I know it's a crap job and they don't get much money.
Seeing there, if we're going to bring jobs back to the table, and oh, here's my intro into yet another arms deal.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, Trump, went to visit the king, and in Saudi Arabia, he stood up and told reporters, tremendous investments in the United States, hundreds of billions of dollars of investments into the United States, and jobs, jobs, jobs.
What jobs?
Yeah. How? So you're selling armament to Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
I'd like to know where those jobs are coming from. Which jobs are these? Are these the jobs for the college students going back to hamburger helper? Oh, wait a minute. No, those are being automated too.
Right.
Um,
It, is he
and
talking about the?
how are you improving? How are you improving the payment for the pay scale for everybody? Are you improving it? Oh, that's right. You don't want to pay anybody more.
Right. Yeah.
It's
And
it's it's like his mind is working on the theory that magically these jobs will appear.
I believe that he thinks if he says it, it's true because he's the king in his own mind, and so whatever he says turns to gold, and it is thus. It is so. And that's the only way I can understand how his mind works. He's a con man. He just spins these lies of gold and then turns and runs away before someone has a chance to ask more questions.
Yeah, yeah, that's and I'm not. I wasn't a big fan of selling more armament to Saudi Arabia in the first place, but I'm most people recognize me as a hardcore defunder
Right.
of military equipment. I don't want more guns. I want
I
less.
don't need to.
But then again, I'm also a fan of, putting the president and, the leader of whatever country we're in conflict with into,
Hmm.
like an arena and letting them
Hmm.
battle it out.
Well, I just thought of another question. All right, so he's saying these jobs are coming from producing and shipping arms over to Saudi Arabia.
That's what it appears like because he says tremendous investments in the United States. So we're shipping them arms and they're shipping us money.
So I'm guessing these are going to be contractors doing this because, as far as I know, there's still a freeze on civilian government jobs. So how does he?
But contractors are getting stuck overseas too.
What do you mean?
There are lots of contractors who go overseas and then they can't come home.
Why
They're
can't
having to
they come
wait a
home?
month or 3 months or anything, or things to come home.
Why?
That's what the government's telling them. You have to wait.
That's weird. But what I was thinking though is he's talking about all these jobs being made in America to make these armaments. but there's still a freeze on civilian federal workers. So who's doing these jobs? I'm guessing contractors. So I guess it's contractors. I guess that's who's doing it.
But I don't think the armament is even. I don't think the armament is even being made in America.
Oh, well
Is
then
it?
that's, I don't know.
I'm not sure where it's actually being made, but I know we're providing it.
Mm-hmm.
Coreltis is saying, I thought it disgusting that an American president bowed to the Saudi king, a king of a country that stones children, women, and cuts the hands off people.
Yeah.
That's true. You know, and even, was it Angela Merkel who refused to, was it Angela Merkel that refused to kowtow?
Yeah, she wouldn't bow and she wouldn't wear a headscarf.
Good.
Yeah, she wouldn't bow and she refused to wear the headscarf.
That's good.
Yeah, and you know, no American ambassador should feel the necessity to do that to, you know, to another to another leader of another country. That's not right. A handshake is the you know, the pretty universally accepted mode of respect between, and even no handshake is okay if you just sit down at the table and start talking.
Yeah. Well, some of that could be Melania, because I know that Melania has been studying the protocol for the different countries, so she might have pushed him into it. I don't like the idea that he bowed to another foreign power, one that, you know, produced Osama bin Laden. But I guess it's better than shoving him aside.
Yeah, that's true. It is better than shoving him aside. But I don't, you know, if you're going to say America first, America first, America first,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be bowing to anybody.
No. I don't know why he did that. That's weird.
It's a symbol of subservience, not a symbol of common respect.
I don't know. And unless, I mean, like with Japan and things like that, it would be respect, I guess. But I don't know how Saudi Arabia works. I just know
but in Japan, both parties are bowing pretty much the exact same way to each other. That is a sign of common respect.
Yeah.
Our friend Cybernut just started watching. Hi, Cyber.
Hi, Cyber. And he said he's got pictures of puppies and beer. He said in his stream. I think he must be talking about his Google Plus stream. Let me look.
On Google Plus.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's see if I can find his puppies and his beer. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Puppies and beer. And Cybernaut, we were trying to figure out.
Oh, okay, I see the puppy. I can't. Well, I can share the link, but I can't screen share. Looks like a little golden lab.
He's so cute. I love him. The Cybernaut, what made you decide to go out and buy a puppy? What was that thinking? He's so cute.
And the beer is Bitter Brothers Little Brother Citra IPA. Oh my God, what
That's
a fantastic choice! Citra IPA on hot day. That's a good choice. It says pours a murky golden yellow with 3 generous fingers of foamy head. Great retention, leaves pretty solid lacing most of the way down. Aromas are delightfully dank and citrusy, featuring grapefruit and tangerine with an undertone of mango. Flavors follow the nose right off the bat. It's a mouthful of grapefruit. My mouth is watering. With light hints of tangerine and tropical fruits that slide right into a very mellow bitter with some of that dankness lingering into the dry finish. Lightly carbonated, light to medium body, dry mouthfeel. Perfect pair with salty snacks or spicy food.
And our very smart producer figured out how to screen share that, so that's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, he's screen sharing the Bitter Brothers, the picture.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So his family made him do it. But that's not a chore, Cybernaut. That's a privilege. Owning a dog is a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing. And you know, he kind of matches the beer. So you had kind of a golden thing going on.
The golden thing going on, yep.
I guess that makes sense for San Diego. Got the golden sun, the golden retriever, and the golden beer.
The golden beer.
The golden beer. You just need a golden girl. I think there's only one left. And maybe a golden globe. Have you thought of acting any, Cybernaut? We won't talk about golden showers.
Although that's a personal choice for other people.
Well, you know, I try not to be a prude, but that's kind of
well, for me, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna rag on other people.
That's the disgusting line for me. It's like, oh no, that's at the threshold. That's the disgusting.
Just a little too far.
It's just gross. Yeah, it's just too gross. I'm like, I don't get it. Not to mention that usually the people who do things like that are major turds, like DT. So, you know, if it was something that like really cool, respectable people did, I could understand. But no, usually assholes do that, and so I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, although sexual freedom is sexual freedom. You know, as we know from our sponsors, is each person's responsibility.
Right.
It's something you both or you all have to agree upon.
Correct. And also, I mean, it's different for everyone. We all have our thresholds. No one should feel bad because they don't want to do something. No one should ever feel, you know, bullied or pressed into doing something they don't want to do. If they're not into it, they're not into it. If they are into it, they are into it.
Yep.
And there are other thresholds, too, that I wonder about. I mean, I think about, like, people who do, like, asphyxiation and stuff. To me, that's beyond the threshold because you could die from that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cut and dried right there. You can die from it. So
that's, well, I mean, I understand it's like a really personal thing, but
yeah.
I would think that might call for like a babysitter type situation, you know?
Like a mediator?
No, like literally, like you have a babysitter, just, you know, not to, you know, judge you on anything you're doing, but to literally protect you if you are getting into physical danger area, you know, that they can rescue you.
Is that a real thing? Like,
it is.
Call it that? I see. I didn't know. You know more than I do. I didn't know. Yeah.
It is. There are some people, you know, who do, you know, they either do some type of recreational drugs where they need, you know, a babysitter, or they do, you know, some types of sexual fantasies that can become dangerous, and they're only the uninterested observer meant to intervene only if it becomes lethally dangerous.
Okay.
But I mean, that's what the safe word is. That's what the safe word is there for too. That's the agreement. But sometimes, if you're both in that type of dangerous situation, there may be a position where you can't say the safe word.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're being asphyxiated, you can't say the safe word.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why it's so dangerous. It's once you reach that level, you can't. I mean, you can't even articulate anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not a fan of that. I know people have done it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. People die from that.
The closest I ever came was the Marine game, the Marine choking game.
I've never heard of that.
Which was really, really, you know, it was harshly punished on board our ship. Anybody caught choking, you know, or you know, trying to cut off somebody's blood flow at the jugular, was, You know, that's that was freaking. You know, you go directly to the brig. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
Would they just whatever you call it, people?
Disciplinary, yeah, captain's mast and everything. Yeah, that's
Uh,
yeah, because it's just too dangerous to do that in a military
and
situation. It's
I
actually considered destruction of military property.
I would say so because they consider their Marines to be property. I mean,
Yeah.
you sign something and you belong to my government, so yeah, it would be. Not only would it be, I guess, maybe manslaughter, but it would also be destruction of government property.
Yeah. Yep.
That's messed up. Anyways, in case people are wondering about our sponsor is goodvibes.com. And I need to go on there and get some stuff. But if you want to know the link that will help us, it'll be probably in our show notes. But it's on my website, littlelaracy.com, and it's on your website too, right?
It is on my website. It's on my website, and I don't think I changed the. I don't think I changed it. It should be on my. Oh dear, I changed my. Should be on my podcast. It's on, yes, it's on the page with podcast. So
Okay.
if you go to sorcererzero.com and click on podcast, there is a link to Good Vibrations there.
Okay.
that will take you to Good Vibes, and that will allow us to get a little bit of the revenue that you spend buying toys and decor and fun stuff and classy stuff.
And also they have videos, like educational type videos. So if you have questions like this, they might could answer it for you, because I'm really big on education, because what I know I learned in the street. I didn't have any formal sex education except for the basic, this is your vulva. This is your vulva on drugs.
This is
This
is your vagina. This is your vagina out of control. This is you pregnant.
This is how this goes in. A goes into B and creates C.
Yes.
C whines a lot and costs a lot of money. So that's the only formal sex education I had.
And there's a whole lot more to sex than just, tab A goes into slot B.
Right. There's techniques and,
it can
things
be,
like that.
It can be fun, and tab A doesn't always have to go in slot B.
It can go into slot D, but only if you say it's okay.
Yeah, if you find that fun, if that's totally up to you.
You know what? If you yell wrong hole and they don't take it out, that's an issue. I'm just saying. It is an issue. So, sorry. But anyways.
I like our sponsors. We're able to talk about these things. Oh my God! It's a freaking relief to be able to say things like penis.
Yeah.
And, tab A.
But Jade, I blush and I still say euphemisms. I'm trying not to. It's so hard for me though, because
it is hard, because I know our generation was shamed so hard.
Too. Yeah. Me
especially,
too.
Because we were taught that, our vaginas were terrible, awful things that we were supposed to keep for somebody else.
Right.
No.
No, it's ours, and we can do with it what we want. We can put it where we want. Just do it responsibility.
Cybernaut made a play on words. He said
golden puddle.
He got a golden puddle.
But then he said puppies. Yeah, he's got a golden puppy. But he's saying time for barbecue, and I'm going to tell him, don't barbecue the puppy.
Don't barbecue the puppy, Cyber. The puppies don't taste good.
I would imagine not. I've never tried, but I would imagine not. And it's just not nice, because it's a cute puppy and it's sleeping. Don't disturb the puppy. It's sleeping.
You know what is good though? You know what is good?
What?
Barbecuing chicken with beer.
That would be good. I actually have chicken wings here from yesterday that I've been nibbling on. So they're maple bacon glaze or something.
I'm starting to think I'm starting to think that maybe I should have saved my lager for the chicken that the whole
Oh.
because you know I have one of those things that holds the can. It's so controversial.
Yes.
The whole
I have no idea what.
beer can chicken.
We put chicken into a beer can?
Okay, so you stick. You know what? I will show you. I'll be right back.
Show me.
I'll show
Show
you.
me. I'm gonna eat some of my chicken wings. They're boneless, and they're maple bacon. They're really good. And I got blue cheese sauce too if I want them. This is from yesterday. I got Panera today, but I only ate the soup because I knew I had this.
Okay, I'm sorry I can't show you the chicken because the chicken didn't consent.
Oh dear.
But
Okay.
so this holds the beer can.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you stick the chicken over the beer can.
A whole chicken?
A whole chicken. And you roast the chicken over the beer.
This is totally new to me.
Really? You've never tried it?
I've never heard of this. I have no idea what's going on.
A lot of people have the opinion that it just doesn't matter. You know, you put the beer can chicken doesn't work. I think it does. I think the chicken does taste like beer.
Okay. So you roast it over the beer can.
Yeah, you roast it over the beer can. You put the can in here, you stick chicken over it, and the inside is moist and the outside turns crispy. And you can do this in your oven. You can do it on the grill.
Okay.
I even like to shove, like the little pieces of like apple wood in the beer, and
Yeah.
it's like applewoodish kind of chicken.
Huh. So.
But a lot of people have, all these scientific things. Oh, it doesn't matter that you put beer on the chicken or in the chicken or beer can chicken doesn't work. But I think it works.
So you put the beer can in the oven?
Yeah, you put the whole thing. Put this and the beer can in there, and then the chicken over there. Stick the whole thing in the oven.
Huh. And the aluminum can doesn't melt?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess like aluminum foil doesn't melt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can even do it on the grill. You can do it on the grill too.
Uh-huh. I've never heard of such a thing. So you think it tastes good?
I think
like
it tastes
beer?
good. I believe that I can taste the beer on the chicken.
Okay. Do you think maybe the chicken just drank some of the beer before it got killed?
That is entirely possible, being that I have, I have lots of beer around here. I could have drank the beer after after it got to my house, even after it was dead.
That's true.
Beer can bring a dead man back to life.
And a dead chicken.
I'm pretty sure it could bring a dead chicken back to life.
Even without its head.
Yeah.
It's still got other orifices.
Oh, come on. Do you remember the chicken with only like a third of its head left and it was still alive?
No, I don't. But thank you.
I know. It's a horrible thought. No, there was a chicken that actually did survive, the farmer's attempt to kill it. And the farmer felt so bad it kept it alive.
I would feel bad too.
It kept it alive. Fed it. The farmer fed it with an eyedropper.
Uh-huh.
And it lived for quite a while after that.
Oh my God. See, I would turn vegetarian.
It seems really cruel.
Oh, that poor chicken. Imagine having to live like that.
I don't think it could make any noise. It only had like a tiny little portion of its head left.
Oh, that's so wrong. I need to be a vegetarian.
I just figured out what we could do with Trump. We just take away his ability to speak. We take away, like 3/4 of his head, and, we feed him with an eyedropper and let him run around the White House lawn for the rest of his life.
Well, free range. He can have
Free
a very
range.
large cage,
Free range.
and he can lay as many eggs as he wants.
He already does that now.
I know. He already does it now.
Unfortunately, his eggs are really big and stinky.
They are really gross. Yeah. And they're kind of yellow and sometimes greenish gray. But yeah, at least it'll be in one restricted area. It won't be all over the globe.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if it's about the budget, the only advice I have for people about the budget is to start screaming at their reps and their congressmen. But I just don't have any advice for this, the whole Russian. We just have to wait, and either they're gonna prosecute him, or they're not. I feel like we're all hunkered down in, some kind of bomb shelter. Doesn't it feel like that we're all, getting to that point where we feel like we have to be in a bomb shelter?
Well, I'm nervous for us all. I really am. It feels like Armageddon. Huh?
Yay! Cyber gave us the link to Mike the Headless Chicken.
And I've already looked at it. And poor Mike died because they left the feeder open and he got a kernel of corn stuck in his throat. Poor Mike. Oh my God, I need to be a vegetarian. Oh.
I agree, Cyber. We do need to replace the reps and the congressmen.
But how do we do that? They keep gerrymandering, huh?
Well, I mean, goodness knows, enough of them are getting yelled at their town, their town halls and their councils, and they're not showing up anymore. And, there are a lot of people going, we're going to replace you. We're going to, we're going to kick you out. And the next one better be better.
And we need to keep doing that. I mean, we need to call our Senate people, our Congress people. Congress people have already screwed up by passing this damn thing. But I think we still have a chance for the Senate. And I know one of our senators is a Democrat. The other one is Marco Rubio. So I don't know. I guess I got to call Marco Rubio.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can call.
You can?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As many times as you want?
Yeah, okay. Call as many times you feel is necessary to get the message out.
Yeah.
Hi, Marco. It's Lola again. Just making sure that you heard me the first time.
Don't vote for that health care bill. Don't vote for anything that strips health care away from so many people.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Yeah, Marco.
Yeah, we have Jeff Merkley and Ron Wyden, so we're not in too bad a position.
Okay.
But, the entire United States is not filled up with Wydens and Merkleys.
No. They're mostly assholes. So, yeah, Cybernaut said Polo. I was thinking about that too. Marco Rubio.
Hello.
Marco Rubio. I'm sure he's heard that before. That would probably annoy him. Marco Rubio.
Have one person. You just have a party line calling him.
Marco Rubio. Don't vote for the healthcare bill.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be kind of funny. At least it would be entertaining.
Just have a little YouTube video going around. People popping up all over Florida.
That would be
Marco Rubio. Don't vote for the healthcare bill.
That would be a cute video. That would get people's attention.
Don't screw up our budget.
Please don't. Yeah. Well, don't strip our budget. How about that?
Don't strip our budget.
Don't strip our budget. Yeah. We need this money. We need it for different things. Goodness. So yeah, I don't think I have to worry about Bill Nelson too much. I hope. I better look and make sure. I look at his website or whatever. I might call him anyways and be like, dude, I know you're a Democrat, but please don't vote for this thing. Please don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're welcome to call, the people on, that, and nothing says that you gotta, stay within your state lines, although those, you can contact other people and tell them, that you don't like the budget either.
Yeah, I might. It might be better if I find people like on Facebook who actually live in those states and be like, hey, you need to call this person and tell them not to vote for this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I might do that.
It'd be awesome if you just go to a bar and say, dude, I'll buy you a beer if you call this senator right now and tell him you don't like the budget.
Maybe.
Is that influencing? Is that illegal?
I don't know actually. I mean, you're not influencing a politician.
No, you're not
So
influencing a politician.
I really don't know. I really don't know. It's probably no different than like giving them a pin with the politician's name on it. Say, hey, vote for so and so. Here's a pin. I don't know.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I have plenty of people, I'm sure, on Facebook who, are kind of in the same position I am. You just like, please call your senator, please.
Well, Florida's always been a hot seat. It's always been a difficult, especially since Bush.
Right.
It's always been a hot seat of, of contention here and there.
Yeah.
You guys have had your definitely your fair share of terrible choices. And sometimes, lots of times, those choices were taken away from you.
Yeah. I still remember Bush and Gore. I mean, it was so close, and all the people who accidentally voted for Pat Robertson.
Yeah. Accidentally.
No, it really was true. I mean, I had the same kind of butterfly ballot up here.
Yeah.
I told the poll worker, I said, I'm 30 years old, I have a bachelor's degree, and I don't understand this. And she had to come, because I didn't understand how it worked. I've never seen anything like it in my life. You had to follow, okay, Gore was here, and then you follow over, but it didn't quite match up with the little thing that you're supposed to do. So it's like, you had to sit there and be like, I think that's Gore. I can't tell. So, and I said, I'm 30 years old, and I'm having trouble. So imagine the people in their 70s, 80s. Doesn't surprise me that they accidentally voted for Pat Robertson. It was a mess. I saw it. I used it.
Wyden and Merkley are trying to instigate a nationwide move to mail-in ballots.
I would love that because I'm so jealous of y'all.
It works so well for Oregon. It works so well for Oregon. I mean, you don't even have to mail it in. There are special boxes, so you fill out it's very easy to understand the forms, and you fill in your little bubbles, and you stick it in the security envelope, and you walk down to City Hall, and you shove it in the white box that looks like a mailbox, and even if you stick it in a mailbox, even if you stick it in the mailbox without a stamp, it makes it there.
Yeah, and Shay had the point. They're also trying to get rid of the Electoral College. I hope so. I really hope so.
Don't know. How likely is that? How likely is that, though? I mean, it's one of the major reasons how nasty the nasty boy politicians get their work done. Are they going to allow that to happen? We're going to have to get all the nasty boys out first.
I know. Because so many times it works in people's favor, so I can't imagine them getting rid of it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Trump is president, because of the Electoral College.
I hate the Electoral College, and I hate the whole, I hate the party system. I hate the party system a lot.
I do too.
And this whole thing about having money to win an election,
Yeah.
to me, is here in the United States especially, is deplorable,
Mhm.
where everybody's supposed to have an equal voice,
Mhm.
and nobody does. Everybody's equal, but some are more equal than others.
I agree, especially for the Senate. It costs so much more money to run for Senate than Congress. So if you want to be a senator, you already pretty much have to be a millionaire. The
Yeah.
only reason Obama could do it, well, he ran for state Senate first, but the main reason I think that he could do it is because he was already a published author. So he already had significant money.
Well, then again, he was a major, he had some major schooling under his belt too. He's a legal official, and he was not a man of small means.
I know, but I mean, even being a lawyer, I don't think just being a run-of-the-mill lawyer would get you the money you need to run for Senate. I think you have to have something else.
Yeah, well, he had good influence and backing, and that really helped. But yeah, having this whole money thing in there is deplorable. We need to um, get rid of all this influential money crap.
I
Um,
know.
have I don't want to say a state-sponsored media system. That smacks
That
of
sounds wrong.
communism.
Yeah, we don't want
But
that.
I'd love, for politicians to have equal time, equal opportunity, every single one of
Mhm.
them, to tell the United States public or their local public exactly what they're on about.
Mhm.
Have equal portions in newspapers, and
Mhm.
then if they want to do more on their websites, that's fine.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not sure about how to get them moving across the United States. There's really no public transport anymore. I mean, bringing a whole entourage with you, setting up rock concerts, that doesn't seem very fair.
No, not
Maybe
to
just
mention,
have,
yeah.
just maybe have, in each state, have specific places that people can go and, hear you talk.
Yeah, and Cybernaut makes the point that it's impossible to get someone that understands the problems that the 99% have when you've never been part of the 99%.
That's true. That is very true.
And I'm writing back that that's one of the things I liked about Obama because he grew up as part of the 99%. He
Yes.
had a single mother, so he grew up as one of us. So I truly believe that he understood what it was like to live our types of lives.
Yeah, and even though I didn't agree with all the decisions, he wasn't deplorable. He wasn't a
No,
deplorable person.
no.
And it wasn't just about his suave way of speaking. He actually did good things that, okay, so um, the healthcare system did not work 100%,
Right.
but it worked better than what we had before,
Yes.
which
At
means
least.
I supported it. I didn't like
Mhm.
it. I didn't like all of it. Some of it was really kind of stuck in my throat, but it
Mhm.
was better. It got a lot more people insured,
Mhm.
which really helped.
Us. Because one way or another, we're going to pay for those people. If those people don't have health insurance and they go to a hospital
Yeah.
and they renege on the payment, then the hospital is going to filter the cost down to us.
Yes.
So one way or another, we're paying for it.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of the individual mandate, but I understand from working in insurance that if you want an insurance market to work, you have to have a huge risk pool. So I
Yeah.
understand why they did it.
Yeah, and the whole requiring it, or being fined through your taxes was uh that was the part that stuck in my throat.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I said, you know, that the whole being fined through your taxes,
Yeah.
that really stuck in my throat.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that you were... I still feel like we're a free country. Somebody shouldn't have to buy something if they don't want to. And I don't like the idea that they're going to get taxed or owe money because they don't do it. But at the same time, we do have taxes. We are already required to do certain things. So I guess it's not really that much different.
I think one of the reasons I didn't like it was because I didn't quite understand where that fine was going.
Yeah. I don't know either.
I still don't know where that fine went to after you know, people who decided they just didn't want it.
Who gets that $700 or however much it was?
Yeah, I think it would be. I think it was $400 for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if that's still sticking with the new plan or.
I have no idea. I don't think they're enforcing that anymore. Are they still enforcing the individual mandate?
They asked. They had the question on my tax form.
Okay.
Whether I was insured or not. But that was for last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they dismantled so much already that I'm not sure if it's still a part of it right now.
April, May, June. So we won't know until the first quarter. There are people that have to, you know, go through quarters. So I don't think we'll know until June or July whether it's on other people's reports or not.
I don't know. I don't even know if they know yet.
I guess we could always call up H&R Block or something and ask.
I don't even know if they know.
Well, it's Saturday. Nobody would be there. No. I kind of wish we had a live telephone thing.
I know. We could call someone.
Hi, H&R Block.
Well, we could
very good entertainment.
we could put it out on Facebook or something and say, hey, anybody, a tax professional, do you know if they're still doing that individual mandate thing?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like on Facebook or Twitter. Or I guess I could just email my local H&R Block, too.
You know what? I hate to say this, but I don't really trust a lot of those places because I've always heard that, you know, they just hire people and give them a handbook and say, here, go for it. And I know the last time I went to H&R Block, I was very unhappy because the lady, I could see her reading her screen. Like, it was like she had never seen these questions before because she was looking at the screen and, like, mouthing them like, what is the address? I mean, it was really like she'd never seen it before, and she was reading it for the first time. Every single question, and I was like, why am I paying you $75?
Yeah. Now, see, I mean, I know that our tax people,
okay,
in our H&R Block, are all licensed professionals.
Well, and so it's different. It's different from location to location, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And this was years ago, so they could have gotten better.
I think you do have to be a licensed tax preparer to do that.
Okay.
So obviously they'd have to know some code, and I don't know of a way to actually just ask the IRS because
well, I mean,
the website is the website even up?
Oh, I hope so.
Last time I went to the IRS's website, like, it was down.
It's up. Let's look up individual mandate. Questions on the individual mandate. Let's see. Okay, it's just saying, what is it? Okay, it's just probably the same information that was on here 3 years ago. So it's all the old information. So I guess maybe that means it hasn't changed.
Yeah, either it hasn't changed or it just hasn't changed yet.
Yeah. It probably hasn't changed yet because they're going through, you know, they're still trying to get it passed and everything. I feel like I heard something about how they're not going to enforce it. I feel like I heard that. Maybe I dreamt it. But I feel like I heard that, like, they sort of They're de-emphasizing it.
Oh wait, no, they do have a year 2017 on here.
What does it say?
Calculating the payment or determining if you need to make a payment.
Okay.
Year 2017, 2.5% of income above filing threshold. Flat dollar amount to $695 per adult, $347.50 per child. Family maximum is $2,085.
Okay. So I was close about the $700 thing. Okay, and I found a Politico article from May 3rd, 2017, that says Trump still enforcing Obamacare mandate. So that's good for now, but I think the big problem right now is a lot of insurers are pulling out of the health risk pool, and so
it's and they're. I find it appalling that they're allowed to do that. It's
we need them. That's the whole point. But I guess they're business, and we can't really tell them who they do business with.
Well, I don't think they were allowed to pull out before.
Mm-hmm.
But now with the new mandates, they can pretty much deny coverage to anybody they want.
They can do that?
Yeah, if you have pre-existing conditions, they don't have to cover you.
Well, that's the one that's still that hasn't been passed by Senate, right? That's the one
No, as far as I know, it's been passed. As far as I know, I could be wrong.
I think it was passed by the Congress, but not the Senate yet. And the Senate may rewrite it. We just don't know what it will look like.
I thought that was just the budget, not the health care bill. I thought the health care bill was passed.
I could be wrong. I thought that it was part of the budget. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me.
House passes measure to repeal and replace Obamacare May 4th.
But it hasn't gone through the Senate yet. The House did it, but it still has to go through the Senate.
No, you're right. You're right. Senate. Well, there's some places like Washington Examiner which are saying Senate won't vote on House-passed health care bill.
Yeah.
Can they refuse to vote on it?
Well, people can just not vote. I mean, that happens all the time. Senators stay home and don't come in to vote. So that could happen.
Well, if they refuse to put it on the floor, what happens to it then?
Does it just die? I hope it just dies.
Isn't there a time limit?
I don't know.
How confusing. How messed up is this that we don't even understand how it goes through? This is really jacked up that it becomes so complicated.
Yeah, I have no idea when they're supposed to vote on it.
From May 4th, a Senate proposal is being developed by a 12-member working group. The safest thing to say is that there will be a Senate bill, but it will look at what the House has done and see how much of that we can incorporate in a product that works for us in reconciliation. We're going to draft a Senate bill, said Senator Chuck Grassley from Iowa. That's what I've been told. Okay, you're a senator, dude.
I'm frozen.
Oh, no. Oh, come back, Lola. Here we go.
And that's why we have to call our senators, because it's up to the senators.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have to make it clear that we don't want the health care repealed. I don't even know how to put it, but...
And the Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, is not indicating how Senate would act.
Well, that's because he's a turtle. And he's just going to hide his head. And he's just going to do whatever won't get him into trouble. I don't know. I just really hope that they don't take... I hope they don't weaken the insurance market, because what's happening is they're going to strip away so many of the provisions that there's no reason for the commercial insurance companies to be in the marketplace, and they'll leave the marketplace. And if you have no insurance companies in the marketplace, either it will be so expensive that no one will be able to afford it, or it'll just collapse.
Yeah. I don't understand how they can say the status quo of Obamacare is unacceptable, yet Obamacare was wildly acceptable in getting people insured. How do they say that's unacceptable? Because you're making insurance companies insure people?
The insurance companies don't like it, and of course they have a huge lobby, so they're lobbying for it to go away. And they just don't like it because Obama did it.
Yeah.
You know, I read an article that said that the majority of people who hate Obamacare don't realize that it's the same thing as the Affordable Health Care Act, because they asked people,
I've seen those interviews.
Yeah,
I didn't vote for Obamacare.
it's stupid. But what do you think about the Affordable Health Care Act? Sounds good to me. It's like, it's the same thing, you morons. So all they have to do is do the same thing and call it the Affordable Health Care Act. Some videos playing. Where is this? Oh, goddamn New York Times. It started playing a video like 3 minutes after I clicked on it, and it was so loud in my ear. I was like, go away! Oh, I'm not clicking on any more websites. I'm tired of it. Stupid.
Okay, close that. I can close Jared Kushner. I can close the IRS. Oh, no. Wait. I need to reopen that because I need to put the link in the show notes. There we go. I'll put this payments in 2017 still required. Apparently so. And hey, look at this. Here's one more thing we could talk about if you like.
Okay, sure.
Our producer, Kareltis, gave this to me. G7 talks, Trump isolated over Paris climate change deal. 6 world leaders, this is from BBC.com, leaders of the G7 group of rich nations have failed to agree on a statement on climate change. 6 world leaders reaffirmed their commitment to the Paris Accord, the world's first comprehensive deal aimed at reducing greenhouse emissions. However, the U.S. has refused to recommit to the agreement. Oh my God!
That's us. We always do that crap.
But we were there. We were right there. We said yes. It's fine. We can do this. This is another America first thing.
Business first, not America first. Business first.
The final communique issued at the G7 summit in Italy said the U.S. is in the process of reviewing its policies on climate change and the Paris Agreement. No, you're not, because the majority of us agree that climate change is happening. It's only you, Trump.
Yep. Even most conservatives agree that it's happening.
Well, pull the string. Linda says, oh my fucking God.
Lola says, we're all gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
That's what
all
Lola
gonna
said.
die.
This sucks so badly.
Mr. Trump tweeted, I will make my final decision on the Paris Accord next week. My final decision. But like the rest of us haven't been yelling.
I thought he worked for us. He doesn't seem to get that.
No. Oh my God! And then we're gonna have to rely on his daughter again to save this crap.
Yeah.
Can we just get rid of him and put her in, and maybe it'll be better?
It might be. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are hating on Ivanka. I don't hate her. I don't know her.
No, I don't know much about her, but I know. Look, anything's
better.
Well, okay, not anything is better, but
Jabba the Hutt wouldn't be better. That would be about equal.
No, Jabba the Hutt wouldn't be better. He was pretty manipulative too. He was a bully. He was a bully.
He was a bully.
He was a bully.
So that's about it, though. I mean,
now the G7 has been a champion of free trade since its inception. So I wonder what is this going to mean the end of trade between I mean, come on, Germany is hardcore climate change
right.
science. What if they draw the hard line in the sand? What are we going to do?
So we'll trade with China and Saudi Arabia, but not Germany.
Not Germany?
That's kind of messed up. I don't know. I really don't know. I know they want to get rid of NATO, a North American Free Trade Agreement, but a lot of people who benefit from it, like regular people who own businesses, are like, please don't, because we need them.
And there is my I don't know, because I really have not looked into the North American Free Trade Agreement very much. It's one of the areas that I'm pretty piss poor on. But then again, I'm pretty... It feels like, being somebody who's so close to the bottom rung, it's very hard for me to keep up.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to run twice as hard,
Right.
And then trying to keep up with everything Trump is doing, everything everybody else is doing it's like it's so exhausting.
And knowing what to believe. This harkens back to one of our previous shows. What do you believe? Do you believe what the administration is telling us? Do you believe what Politico tells us? Do you believe what Mother Jones tells us? What do we believe? We have to formulate our own opinions, but we're not sure of the information we're being given.
Well, what about those people who simply don't have time to look it up?
I work 40 hours a week, plus I help take care of my mother. I mean, I really don't have time. I read the news, but I can't get deep into it like some people do. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what my opinion is because I know I don't have all the information.
Yeah, this is the reality we're working with here is, we need dependable people we can actually, trust.
Right.
There are just too many people right now we can't trust.
Too many people. Just like Anheuser-Busch, too many people manipulating the marketplace so that they seem like the objective authority, but they're not.
Well, my suggestion is for this: hug a scientist. I'm betting there are some scientist out there drinking themselves silly and crying over their beer. If you see a scientist crying in their beer, just walk up and say, I get you, man. I love you.
And they're saying we're all going to die.
Yeah.
And they might be right.
If climate change burns away the entire world, yeah, we're all going to die.
I mean, I hate to sound like a cheesy sci-fi movie, but it could happen, Already we're seeing weird weather.
Apparently, Gary Cohn, Mr. Trump's economic advisor, said, Mr. Trump came here to learn. He came here to get smart. His views are evolving, exactly as they should be. I don't see his views evolving. Do you?
No. And also, he's there to get smart. I would have preferred our president already be smart.
Before you get there, be smart about what the people of the United States consider important about climate change, and then go there to say, the American people want, the American people as a whole would benefit from this and this and this, and
we want more climate science research.
Not, erasing the EPA off the planet.
Oh my Jesus God.
Yeah. God is, God's another. We should do a religious show sometime.
We could.
That'd be painful.
Mine would be basically, if there is a God, he's disowned us and he's pretending like he never knew us. He's like,
That's
I don't
true.
know those people.
I think there's God. He's just looking down on the U.S. and going, "You're on your own. You are on your own."
He's like, you know what? He's like the engineers from Alien. He's like, if I go back there, I think I'm just going to bring some bug spray.
Bug spray.
That's what he's thinking. He's like, you know, I kind of messed up there. That whole free will thing, that was a bad idea. That kind of might be a point, but we could go more into it at some point.
A diplomat. Which diplomat? Immigration. Italy is keen to encourage the world's wealthiest nations support African countries in developing their economies. However, a diplomat told Reuters that other Italian proposals, which looked to highlight the benefits of migration and promote major initiative on food security, were dismissed ahead of the summit.
That's very depressing.
So obviously, migration has hit such a high in conflict that they just don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's just depressing. That's one of the most important subjects out there.
Mr. Trump described his first foreign trip as a truly historic week for our country and said he was more hopeful than ever that the nations of many faiths can join together in a common cause in fighting terrorism.
Well, that's not the worst statement he's ever made.
No, but it is the same freaking lie. He doesn't believe that.
It's wishful thinking. I would like for us all to be able to come together. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Well, he doesn't believe, that nations of many faiths. He's ragged on so many other countries' faiths by now.
I know. He's already pissed off a lot of Muslim people. He kept saying, "Is Islam terrorist instead of Islamic terrorist?" I can't remember exactly, but one of them means, you're in. One of them is insulting because it's saying Islams are terrorists, and the other is more acceptable because it's saying people who are terrorists because of the ideology or something. I don't know. Yeah. He pissed off a lot of people with that.
I mean, he did complain that many NATO member states were not spending enough on defense, expecting the U.S. to bear the burden. Now, I'm getting this from the BBC.com, the same BBC.com article. I haven't looked at anything else yet about his trip. I've been kind of pushing it out of my mind because, I don't have enough beer to get through the painful process of looking at what he did on his trip.
Yeah, I've looked at the stuff we see on, all the news sites, like the hand flick heard around the world, and the push, pushing the prime minister and stuff like that. That's really all I know about.
Yeah, and those are things, that they make me shiver. I'm trying to concentrate. I try to concentrate sometimes on the economic stuff, and I haven't heard hide nor hair of what he still plans to do about what is gun control in the United States. I don't think
they plan to do anything.
Nothing at all. Even as more children wind up being shot by other kids.
Right, and we have more, shootings.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I mean, I'm not anti-gun. I understand it's our Second Amendment. I get that. I'm not anti-gun, but I don't understand what the problem is with gun regulation. I've never understood why do they hate that so much.
Yeah. They all think we're coming for their guns.
I'm not coming for anyone's guns. Trust me, I don't want any guns. I've never owned a gun. I don't want guns. I'm scared of them. I'm not coming for anyone's guns. But regulation is a wonderful thing. We need to regulate it. Not everyone has the right to own a gun. Oh, I can already hear them, but it's the Second Amendment. Well, but, I mean, there still has to be caveats. Just like freedom of speech, I mean, you can't threaten someone. You can't say freedom of speech and then threaten someone. There are always caveats, just
exactly.
because it's in. Yeah, it's still regulated. Freedom of speech is regulated. Guns are regulated. It has to be. It's not. We're not anarchists.
Yep. Wow, we've gone through a lot.
Yes, we have. We've had a good show. Three solid hours.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
Well, and we have I think we've come to the end.
I think we have. So I'm out of beer. So that usually indicates I'm at the end. I know. I drank both the Petrus and the Sam Adams.
Wow. So the Petrus,
Mm-hmm.
are you still getting it like
Sour. Yep.
still
I still
in your
taste the sour. Yep.
mouth?
I still taste the sour. It's all puckered up. It's like I feel like my lips are pulling apart. It's like, but it's good. I definitely still.
That would be a good time to have a dish of ice cream.
That would be awesome. I think I have some. I don't have ice cream. Maybe I do have ice cream. I think I have like fruit bars. You know, like the frozen fruit popsicle things. I think I have that. That might be good too.
That might work. Well, I guess I'm going to sign off. Lola, where can we find you on the internet?
Pretty much anywhere you can type in Lola Lariscy. I'm here on Twitch, Lola Lariscy. That's Lariscy. Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus. I think I even have Instagram and a website, lolalarissy.com.
And don't forget that Lola is an author. Lola has a book out called Trudy Lamb Spaceship Captain, and if you have not read it, you need to go and check it out because it's really awesome.
Thank you.
And you also need to beg her to write another book.
I'm trying to finish my second one. I'm just slow. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just in a funk. And Linda is also an accomplished author.
I have several children's books out. I have a literary fiction called The Hunger Inside, and I also have a book of short stories out called The Eclectic Reflections of Now. You can find both on Amazon and Audible, read by the author. My new book will be a sci-fi novel called To Be or Not to Be, dealing with virtual reality.
Yay!
And you can find me, Sorcerer Zero, anywhere you can type in S0RCERESS0. That's sorcererzero.com. You can find me on Google Plus, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, and in the beerverse.
Love beer.
You can don't forget, you can also email us at beerygoodentertainment@gmail.com if you want to drop us a line and have any suggestions for shows, beers, or British entertainment.
Yes.
This has been episode 30, Politics and Controversy. We really appreciate that you came and talked to us today, and we hope that you'll join us again next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.